Hello, you're watching Total Coverage with Biggs and Blake. Let's get straight to the action.
Hi, Nils. Okay, seriously though, that was enough messing around. I'm here with Nils, and welcome to Total Coverage Live, and this is Library. So, what are you playing this week, Nils?
Humanimator forever.
Humanimator forever.
Yeah.
That sounds
Infinite
really
life
awesome.
combo.
How'd you do?
Not as good as last week. Not as good as last
You
week.
won the tournament last week.
Last week I went undefeated.
What was your record this week?
2-3.
Oh.
It was bad.
People put stuff in their sideboards to kill you?
Oh yeah, they did.
Let's look at the deck. So you're playing 23 land and you have a plethora of pretty much everything. Do you ever have any trouble getting your colors?
I did when I faced David, and on occasion I'll have trouble getting a green source. I don't understand why.
Okay.
In the opening turns. But as far as getting like black or white or red,
No problem at all.
No problem at all.
Does Cavern of Souls mess it up at all?
No, Cavern of Souls doesn't usually mess it up. As far as yeah, I never get them.
Okay. So this is the Human Reanimator deck. So you're playing 4 Huntmasters and 4 Cartel Aristocrats and 4 Fiend Hunters.
Yes.
1 Cathedral Sanctifier and
4 Angel of Glory's Rise.
We saw this deck last week. You played against Cameron, who was the Library of the Week. And, so we know how the combo works. Did you change it all from last week?
No, I changed the sideboard.
To sideboard change. Okay,
yeah.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. You know, so it's just the basic combo. You play the Angel of Glory's Rise.
I take all the humans back, Cartel Aristocrat, some life gain dork, and Fiend Hunter targeting Angel of Glory's Rise, and then I sack everything except maybe a token. Then Fiend Hunter finally, and just repeat it over and over and over again until I have 7 trillion life or something.
And if you're using Huntmaster, you also get
the tokens.
So you can just swing back and kill him. So you're playing Faithless Looting, Grizzly Salvage, and Mulch to mill yourself or to put cards in your graveyard to be able to reanimate.
Yeah.
And then Farseek helps you get
helps me accelerate turn 3 Huntmaster or turn 3 Reanimate if I need be.
Which is really good. That's one of the things that I really like about this deck is you don't need to do Reanimate at all. You can just kill them with Huntmaster.
Yeah, like when I faced Cameron last week, he got rid of my Angel of Glory's Rise,
which was dumb.
Yeah.
We already discussed that. Yes.
we have seen that. And I was able to with basically just Huntmaster and some Fiend Hunters, just keep safe and swing in, blow up his creatures, and just focus on when to cast spells and when not to cast spells.
Right. So Cartel Aristocrat is obviously what makes this work. About 11 months ago, this deck was same basic shell was seeing play in Innistrad Block Constructed, but they had to use Falconwrath Aristocrats, which isn't a human, so it doesn't come back with that, and I mean that just makes it broken. I'm fully confident that Wizards printed this thing on purpose and they just want to make this deck broken. But another thing that I really like is Stomping Ground. I think Stomping Ground really makes this deck possible because it allows you to play Faithless Looting
turn 1
without having to play like 4 Blood Crypts. That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Yeah. So let's look at the sideboard. So you said you changed the sideboard a little bit from last week. What did you add?
Well, what I added wasn't so much add as replace, but I replaced Ray of Revelation with Naturalize because what I found was the bigger problem wasn't so much Rest in Peace, but Grafdigger's Cage.
Sure. And which is metagame specific. We see a lot of Grafdigger's Cages here because not everybody plays.
And sideboard is for metagame.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Naturalize kills Grafdigger's Cage where a Ray of Revelation does not.
Also, these were an appetite for brains in the what was his name?
Brad Nelson's list.
I decided to rest would probably be a better suited fit because as far as like big creatures go, I wasn't so much scared of it because I could gain life in the aggro matchup.
Sure.
But what I was really a little more afraid of was cancel spells, slaughter games, and basically anything that went after my combo.
Right. That makes sense. The Purify the Graves are for the mirror match or for other Reanimator decks?
Mirror match and also Snapcaster.
Sure.
There was times when someone was Snapcaster, target, I don't know, an unsummon, I would just be like, Purify the Grave, the unsummon, right, in response to the target.
And then for the really fast aggro matchups, you have 3 continuous sanctifiers, so you can go up to a total of 4 in the main deck.
Yeah.
How often do you just go aggro?
Do I just go aggro? Not too often.
Really?
Not, well, if by turn 4 there's no, like, Unburial Rites in my graveyard's not too huge, I have to make a choice, either, keep digging or lake creatures.
Right.
I usually pick the lake creatures.
Yeah, that sounds like a suitable game plan. I guess we didn't talk about slaughter games. What are those for?
Slaughter games, I usually slaughter games with slaughter games, or I slaughter games their biggest threat.
I don't think I've ever named slaughter games with slaughter games.
Really?
I don't think I ever have. Well, I guess I've never really felt that threatened by it, but so you said people are bringing in Grafdigger's Cage against you. What else is the bane of this deck?
Rest in peace. David, you'll see, used the Ground Seal, I believe.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't too frustrating because I was able to hard cast my Angel, but then he laid down a Grafdigger's Cage. I was like,
on top of it, so
on top of
shut you down.
It was frustrating.
Anything else that you can think of?
Not a whole lot.
Okay. What do you think your worst matchup is?
My worst matchup would be a really good aggro deck.
So, like, have you played against the Jund aggro deck at all that plays, like...
Yeah, I did play that against Balls last week.
Yeah, that deck is really, really good.
Oh, it was kind of good.
Like, all the creatures have haste and probably just really stuck to play your creatures and block, try to stay alive long enough to Unburial Rites.
Yeah, and you use the Deathrite Shaman to get rid of
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's on Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, you're screwed.
I like this deck a lot. I'm probably not going to run it next week, but it was a lot of fun to play.
Right on. All right, well, now we are going to see you play against Naya Midrange.
Yeah.
You look kind of disappointed. Let's see it.
Okay, here we go with game 1. This is a Naya Midrange versus Nils Humanimator, right?
You know, I just want to address something for a second. I said total coverage live, and that was stupid, because we're not live, are we, Biggs?
No, we are not.
Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to say that. This is total coverage DSM, and we are in DSM. So, I don't know. I didn't look at David's list, but...
It looked like he had some really good stuff in there. I saw a Reckoner, I saw some Huntmasters. I saw, just some gas to get you going.
Or if he's ramping into something huge, or if he's just going aggro. I would still say that Nils probably has a strict advantage game 1, but I'm sure there's some amount of
Oh, there you showed it to us. Good for him.
Can't see it very well.
I got a Farseeking Angel and lands.
A couple lands.
Yep.
He should be good.
And a salvage to get him started.
He only needs 4 lands to combo, so...
David has plenty of lands, it looks like.
I see 3 or 4 lands. Yep, you can't really see. You guys gotta hold those lower. There's a tap Stomping Grounds.
Well, I think like all Naya Midrange, he has Thrag Tuscan Resto Angel, and that's pretty much the backbone of any Naya list, right? And I think that's probably, yeah, like I said, the backbone of any good Naya list, so... Is Nils going to Farseek here? She should, I'm guessing.
I think we're going to see a Grizzly Salvage. Nope, it is a Farseek.
Would you salvage first or not? Or does it matter?
I would probably play a Grizzly Salvage first, yes.
Okay.
But, I can't recall if his hand has any more land in it or not. Maybe if you're sitting on 2 lands and you're holding a Farseek and a Grizzly Salvage, it is best to play the Farseek just to ensure it, because there is a chance that you could whiff and not see a single land off of the Grizzly Salvage.
Sure.
There is another land in his hand. I probably would have played the Salvage.
And, of course, David answers with a Reckoner right away.
Oh, sweet!
You must respect this card, I'm assuming, when it comes into play.
Absolutely.
It is a monster card right now.
I'm packing 3 Detention Spheres and an Oblivion right this
absolutely.
week, and it's because of this guy.
Yep. I think I'm going to rock some Bonds of Faith, honestly.
Yeah.
I know it's a cheap way out, but
no, that's fine.
You have to you have to respect and recognize the Reckoner.
The good thing about the Bonds of Faith is you know, you're playing Naya Humans, and you can just put it, you know, if you're in a position where you don't need to stop their guy, where you don't need to pacify their guy, you can just put it on your dude and make it bigger.
Sure. I don't think Nils is doing that tonight. I think he just has O-rings right in the board. Or what does he have to answer?
I don't think that there's any O-rings. You know, it's been a few days since I've looked at the list. I can't recall exactly what answers he would have had for this. Fiend Hunter.
Sure.
Obviously.
Could he slaughter games it away?
That seems like a waste of a perfectly good slaughter game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah.
I guess if it's causing that much of a problem for you, but...
Better recognize, and Nils takes 3. Okay. God, it is just a staple right now, and...
Yeah, it's really, really
it's pretty much last year's Thragtusk, I mean, from what I can tell. I mean, every list has it now. You know, I've seen it from mid-range
if you can cast it, it should be in your deck, because it's really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
It's one of those cards that you play it, and they have to have an answer for it, or they're just dead.
Not that I'm saying I would concede to a Reckoner, but, you know, those... You know, if I'm playing anything with red or white, I have to assume that it's in the deck, right?
So, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, there's this trend where we play F&M that people use Pokemon cards for tokens, and here we see a Charmander, who is probably the coolest basic Pokemon. I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't know, Tauros is pretty sweet, but Charmander.
Okay, so now you just get off your horse and get back to Magic. Is that
okay? I'm sorry.
We're talking about Magic here, Blake.
Pokemon's cool. Get off my back.
David's in a pretty good spot right now, I'd say. And he's got.
I think Nils is about to combo next.
Oh, is he ready to combo? Okay.
Actually, I don't think he's hit a Fiend Hunter yet. I think the Fiend Hunter is what he's digging for. I can't see his bin. I see a Huntmaster in there, and I know there's an Angel. I know that he has a...
Is there Unburial Rights in there?
He has an Unburial Rights in his hand.
Okay.
He just cast a Farseek.
Is he digging for his combo now, or is he just trying...
He needs a Fiend Hunter to combo him.
Is that what Nils' deck needs to do, basically, is just stall to combo off?
He doesn't, honestly, he doesn't have a whole lot of ways to stall against this. He can play his creatures and trade with him, but I think he wants to race to combo him, because if he...
Because he's on clock right now, right? He's on a 3-turn clock.
David's deck is way more powerful than his, as far as, you know, the battlefield position goes. He'll just die if he tries to trade with his guys. So he's getting in there for 7, and I think that puts Dills down to 5. So he's going to have to combo him this turn, or he's dead.
And then
Master flips, which knocks him down to 3.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a Fury for 2. So Nils is at 1, and he cannot play spells this turn.
Oop.
Yep, he didn't. He's showing him that he cannot play spells this turn.
But he still gets the Angel out?
I'm pretty sure that Aurelia's Fury says you can't play spells this turn. Let's look that up. Hang on just a second, you guys. We're going to look that up. So he is in the process of comboing, but I don't think that it's legal. I think that Aurelia's Fury says that player can't play spells this turn.
That's what we get when we don't have a judge watching our matches.
Yeah.
Match. Angel out? Match.
I'm pretty Aurelia's Fury says as you can't play as turn. As a second. Look that up. So he is of comboing. I don't think just I think that trade with just his Fury said trade with just can't play spells. Trade with just
that's what we
trade with just
judge watch.
Trade with just yeah. Trade with just trade with just trade with just trade with
Angel out.
I'm pretty Aurelius says you can't play turn up. He's a second. He look that up. So he's of comboing. I don't think I think that his Fury said I took play spells.
That's what we get.
He has
judge watch.
He has yeah. He has a turn. He has
Angel out.
He has. I'm pretty Aurelius says You can't play turn. Up. Just a second. You can look that up. So he is a comedy. Okay, I don't think.
Come on, Matt.
I think that cool is Fury set my back. Can't play spells. Okay.
That's what we get. Judge walk. Come on, matches.
Yeah, cool. Turn my back. Charmander. Probably the cool Pokemon.
Angel out.
That. I'm pretty Charmander. Aurelius probably has the cool. You can't play.
If I'm
turn.
anything would
Up.
I
Just a second. You can
send the deck.
look that up. I just haven't. So he is. There's this of comedy where we. I don't think that people.
If I'm
I think that
anything would
is Fury set.
seem to
Can't play spells.
seem to that's what we seem to judge walk seem to is
Yeah.
seem to seem to seem to seem to seem to seem to but your list have angel out.
I'm pretty.
Seen it from
Aurelius cast it as.
your list have
You can't play.
seen it from
Turn. Cast it up.
your list have
Just a second. You can look that up.
seen it from
So he is.
eyes.
Is a comedy.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that
Is
Fury set.
eyes.
Can't play spells.
Okay. That's what we get. Judge walk
Perfectly.
is
Yeah. Perfectly. Turn. Perfectly. 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 Perfectly.
angel out.
Perfectly. I'm pretty perfectly. Aurelius perfectly has 2 days since. 2 days since. You can't play 2 days since turn. 2 days since up. 2 days since. Just a second. 2 days since. Look that up. 2 days since. 2 days since. So he is 2 days since. Is a comedy. 2 days since. I don't think.
Knows knows
I think that
knows
is Fury set.
knows knows
Can't play spells.
knows that's what we get. Knows judge walk knows is
Yeah.
knows
Turn.
knows knows
A human. A human. A human. A human.
angel out.
A human. I'm pretty. A human. Aurelius. A human. Has. A human. A human. You can't play a human. Turn. A human. Up. Just a second. You can absolutely look that up.
It is
So he is.
card right.
Is a comedy. I'm packing. I don't think Sphere will be in right
Oh,
now.
wow.
I think that because of this Fury set.
Assuming when it
Can't
comes
play spells.
assuming when it comes that's what we assuming when it comes judge walk assuming when it comes is
Yeah.
assuming when it comes
Turn.
assuming when it comes 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 angel out.
Salvage. I'm pretty salvage. Aurelius salvage. Yes. Salvage. Salvage. You can't play salvage. Turn. Salvage. Up. Salvage. Just a second. Salvage. Look that up. Salvage. Salvage. So he is a comedy. I don't think. I think that this Fury set. Can't play spells.
That's what we get judge walk is
Yeah. Turn.
but angel out.
I'm pretty Aurelius has. You can't play turn. Up. Just a second. You can look that up. So he is a comedy. I don't think. I think that this Fury set. Can't play spells.
That's what we get judge walk
Salvage.
is
Yeah. Salvage. Turn. Salvage. 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 Salvage.
angel out.
Salvage. I'm pretty salvage. Aurelius salvage. Yes.
Assuming when it comes assuming when it comes
You can't play
assuming when it comes
turn.
assuming when it comes
Up.
assuming when it comes
Just a second. You
assuming when it
can
comes
look that up.
assuming when it comes assuming when it comes
So he is.
assuming when it comes
Is a comedy.
assuming when it comes
I don't think.
assuming when it comes box and bonds.
I think that this Fury set. Absolutely. Can't play spells.
It is. That's what we get card right. Judge walk.
I'm packing.
Is
Yeah. Vision sphere. Turn. Being right
Oh,
now. Because of the. A human. A human. A human. A human.
angel out.
A human. I'm pretty. A human. Aurelius. A human. Yes. A human. A human. You can't play a human. Turn. A human. Up.
Knows
Just a second. You can
knows
look that up.
knows knows
So he is.
knows
Is a comedy.
knows
I don't think.
knows knows
I think that
knows
this Fury set.
knows knows
Can't play spells. 2 days since.
that's what we
2 days since.
get judge walk
2 days since.
is
Yeah. 2 days since. 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 2 days since.
angel out.
Perfectly. I'm pretty perfectly. Aurelius perfectly. Yes. Perfectly. Perfectly. You can't play perfectly. Turn. Perfectly. Up. Perfectly. Just a second. You can perfectly look that up. Perfectly. Perfectly. So he is. Is a comedy.
Is
I don't think.
eyes.
I think that this Fury set. Can't play spells.
Is that's what we get judge walk eyes. Is
Yeah.
okay.
Cast it.
Your list have seen it from
Cast it.
your list have angel out.
I'm pretty.
Seen it from
Aurelius. Cast it as.
your list have seem to
You can't play
seem to
turn.
seem to
Up.
seem to
Just a second. You can
seem to
look that up.
seem to seem to
So he is.
seem to
Is a comedy.
seem to
I don't think.
seem to seem to
I think that
I
this Fury set.
send the deck.
Can't play spells. I just haven't.
That's what we get
There's this
judge walk.
where we
Is
yeah that turn.
if I'm anything would I send the deck.
Pokemon.
But it's
That.
angel out.
Charmander. I'm pretty probably Aurelius as the cool Pokemon. You can't play that turn. Charmander. Up. Probably just a second. You can look that up. Okay. So he is.
Come on, Matt.
Is a comedy. Cool. I don't think my back. I think that okay. Fury said.
Come on, Matt.
Play spells. Cool.
That's what we judge watches.
Yeah.
Angel out?
I'm pretty Aurelius. He has. You can't play. He has turn. He has up. He has a second. He has look that up. He has. So he is. He has. This is Conway. I don't think. I think that this Fury said. Can't play spells.
That's what we judge watches.
Yeah.
Angel out?
I'm pretty Aurelius says you can't play turn. Trade with up. Trade with a second. Trade with look that up. Trade with. So he is trade with. This is Conway. Trade with. I don't think trade with. Trade with. I think that trade with is Fury said. As far as play spells.
That's what we judge watches.
Yeah.
Angel out?
I'm pretty Aurelius says you can't play turn. Up. Just a second. Look that up. So he is. This is Conway. I don't think. I think that this Fury said. Play spells.
That's what we judge watches.
Yeah.
Angel out?
I'm pretty Aurelius says you can't play.
Okay, here we are post board. We're going to game 2. Obviously, David needs to bring in Graveyard Hate, and he has to shut down that combo. Blake, what would you do against David here?
Well, I wouldn't bring in Slaughter Games.
You guys didn't see in the video, but Nils brought in Slaughter Games.
I don't really think that Slaughter Games is a tool that you're going to be able to utilize right here. Oftentimes, I think you're going to draw it and play it and then be like, oh, I don't know what to name. Because there's too many... The threat density is way too far for Slaughter Games to ever be effective. You know, you're going to name, like, I don't know what you're going to name, Thragtusk. You're going to name Thragtusk, and then he's going to be like, okay, you got my Thragtusks. And he still has, like, Angels plus Wolf Run plus, like, plus Huntmaster plus Boros Reckoner. You can't shut down a deck like this with Slaughter Games. So
not to mention the freaking Boros Charms, they could just go 4 Domia and ow.
Yeah, and I mean he's got the Cathedral Sanctifiers in his sideboard, so I think we're bringing in Cathedral Sanctifier and probably Naturalize. And if you just saw what happened there, that was a mulch, and he flipped the Naturalize off of it. So earlier Nils was talking about how he was playing Naturalize over Ray of Revelation now. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but it seems to me like if a Ray of Revelation was in his graveyard right now, he could
kill a little bit better off, right?
He could kill that ground seal right there. Whereas the Naturalize is not doing anything for him.
And now it's pretty much a dead card, right, Blake?
If he was worried about Grafdigger's Cage, he could have done Ancient Grudge, which is the same as Ray of Revelation, except it destroys artifacts. I don't agree with the Naturalize. So we're going to see a Cartel Aristocrat, and so he plays a Cartel Aristocrat, says go. It seems like David he's missing this land drop here. He's going to play the Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, he's missing this land drop, so.
Oh boy.
I agree with his keep. He has two suitable answers to shut down his combo. Yeah. He's going to draw land, so there's a Huntmaster. We're getting in for 1 with the Cartel Aristocrat. Yeah, it would be unwise on his part to Searing Spear right here. Oh, he's Searing Spearing the Huntmaster.
That's probably a better play. Just get that bad boy over.
Land.
Woohoo! Is he going to take the 2?
Yeah, he's going to shock himself and play Huntmaster.
Is that David's plan? Just basically get power on the board and just overwhelm him?
Yeah, he's playing a mid-range deck. That's what they do. Mid-range decks spend time building up their lands, and then they just go ape shit.
I think David's in a pretty good spot right now. He's got double Thrag Tusk and Angel in his hand.
Yeah,
so.
he's sitting pretty fine.
Still amazes me at higher levels of play that the game is over so early. If you have the right cards and if you're playing well, or if you have a nice line of play, like the game's over and your opponent doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
I guess that's the part of the fun of Magic. But
well, that's one thing that I started noticing after a long time. You can tell when you're going to win a game and when you're going to lose it. You can just tell. I don't know if it's a gut feeling or whatever, but after you've been playing for so long, you feel like you're in control or whatever, and then sometimes it goes awry, and you don't get there. But there's another Huntmaster. It's one of the beautiful things I love about this card is it just keeps 2 for wanting them.
They're so hard to deal with. Well, I mean, they're not hard, but to deal with.
There's another Fiend Hunter. And we're getting in again. We're going to trade with the Wolf. Excuse me.
I'll edit that part out.
Oh, look at that. He is ripping land like a boss. Thrag Tusk!
Money card. Gaining 5 life. Would you skull crack that if you had it in your board?
Skullcrack can only target players.
Oh. Yeah, you prevent him from gaining 5 life.
Yeah, but you can't kill the Thrag Tusk. If you could kill the Thrag Tusk and prevent them from gaining 5 life,
God.
Skullcrack would be a card, but it is not. It is not a card, sir. Anybody who's playing with that in their sideboard is... I disagree.
Okay.
I'll say that. I disagree with Skullcrack. I thought it was really good the first time that I read it, and then my eyes went back and read it again, and it was like, oh, target player, and I was like, wah, wah.
Yeah, beat in, baby. Beat in. Come on.
It's a lot better against players that are playing Sphinx's Revelation.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still not good because you can't stop them from drawing cards.
Sure. Double Thrag Tusk. Nice.
If I'm David in this match, I really want like 100 copies of Aurelius Fury. So I can make him cast his angels.
He does have 1 angel in play, and I don't know if that's going to save him right now or not.
He takes the Cartel Aristocrat. Things are looking kind of gloomy.
We should have been keeping track of life in this match.
Well...
I'm assuming Nils is down, yeah? And David's at 30? Or...
No, not necessarily. David is probably at 30, yes, but he's just traded with those he traded multiple times with the Huntmasters, and he's just been playing Fiend Hunters, and life totals are still relatively untouched, but he's turning sideways. So he's just gonna chump block the 1. And
Does he want to?
Fiend Hunter has officially put him in an awkward position. He gives the Thrag Tusk trample, so Nils is going to take 9.
Doesn't he want his Fiend Hunter in the graveyard, though, for combo?
It's exiling one of David's Huntmasters. So it's putting him in an awkward position.
True, plus he has graveyard hate, so it doesn't matter right now. I guess I was assuming he can get rid of David's graveyard hate for the combo, but...
Not without Ray of Revelation.
Not happening right now, is it? David's just bringing the beats, baby. I think I saw it from... Did I see a Frontline Medic in there?
In David's hand?
No, in his deck.
Whose? Nils's?
David's. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know. Yes, you'll just
like
have to tune in.
Seems like something you might want to side out in this kind of matchup if you did see one. No, there's a Rest in Peace, a Restoration Angel, a Huntmaster, and a Searing Spear. He's been holding on to that Searing Spear for a long time because he knows what he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
If for some reason we get in a situation where Nils is trying to exile his angels, he is just going to say no. So, we know that we're getting desperate when Angels start blocking Thragtusks.
And then there's the beasts. Where are the beasts at? There's some beasts.
Charmanders. What's the other token?
No, get that thing out of
there.
there.
Charmander.
I think David's just rocking Charmanders tonight.
At least it's not a random stack of multiple different Pokemon. It's like somebody was desperate. Pick one! Pick one and use it. Why do you have 15 different Pokemon?
It makes my job a little bit easier. And what is he salvaging for now?
He's just using it to draw cards, basically.
Just trying to hit Naturalize, I'm assuming, or any other...
Naturalize, he's going to go to the graveyard if you Grizzly Salvage. He's just using it to draw cards, trying to gain some sort of advantage. He's not out. He's not up a creek yet. Things are looking pretty gloomy though. I love. Was that an Aurelius Fury? Did he just draw an Aurelius Fury? So good. Just wish he had more lands in play.
I suppose we should talk about though too that Nils isn't necessarily a combo deck, in that it could still be an aggro deck, right? We kind of talked about that last week.
No, it's a combo deck. He's just got the Huntmaster backup plan.
Sure.
Is really all that it is. Because other than that, there's no real synergy between anything. You can use Fiend Hunters to get blockers out of the way, and then turn sideways with Huntmaster, and you can still kill your opponent. But it's just one of the things that I love about that deck, because there's not a lot of combo decks that can just change gears like that. But this deck can do it, and it can do it fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that it has to build up to either. It can just change gears.
Yeah,
all of a sudden it's just turning guys sideways.
You're not going from aggro to control with this deck.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, there's another.
Oh, there's Bulbasaur. Also one of the greatest basic Pokemon ever.
So David's holding onto his Resto and Rest in Peace. I think he's... Uh-oh. Something got pointed out to him. But I still think he's sitting pretty well here. Nils is just kind of mulling over his options. He has plenty of land. Oh, God. So I think Nils' hand is empty right now.
Yeah, he's hellbent. Huntmaster flips. Ava's Huntmaster flips. Who's the active player? Must be David.
It's end of Nils' turn, yeah.
That must have been what got pointed out, because David just played that Huntmaster after he played his. That's what I said. You want to be the first one to play the Huntmaster.
Got it. I think I saw Slaughter Gang. Or not.
That was a Boros Charm.
Sorry, Boros Charm, sorry.
Lots of dudes turn sideways, so he is blocking a Beast. And he's going to Wolf Run to trade. Ugh. He's in a bad situation right now. And then he's going to take 5, 6... I think he targeted the blocked Beast with the Wolf Run. And we're going to see a Searing Spear. Oh, Boros Charm for the win.
Nice.
Yeah. Turn 2, Ground Seal, followed by turn 4, Grafdigger's Cage. Shut that deck down, and there wasn't anything that he could do about it.
And David just had a pretty good line of play, and he kept drawing creatures.
In certain matchups, you can play around that, but in a matchup like this, Naya aggro deck, there's just nothing you can do. There's so much threat density in David's deck.
Okay, let's go to game 3, you guys. Okay, here we go. Game 3. All the marbles on the line, Blake. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am super pumped. It's 1-1, and I really am rooting for Nils. He's our library of the week. I want this guy to pull it through, and
I really don't want that to become a curse, because then we get bad press off of that.
Yeah, sure.
So we want to show good games and good players and good decks.
Absolutely.
And for some reason, this last week just didn't work out very well.
Yeah, but the Mutilate.
Yeah.
Well, even I can't remember who it was. I think it was Brian Kibler. Told this story on Twitter this one time about how he was in a coffee shop. He was just getting a cup of coffee, and he was at some GP somewhere, and someone that knew him walked up to him and said, "Hey, you're Brian Kibler, right?" And Brian Kibler says, "Yeah." Yeah, I'm Brian Kibler. He says, "Oh, are you playing in the GP?" And Brian Kibler says, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, I bet you're doing really well." And he was like, "No, I'm 0-6." The guy was flabbergasted that Brian Kibler was 0-6, and he says, "Well, I'm human. We lose too, you know. And just because you're up 1 week doesn't mean that Nils went 4-0 with his deck last week.
Yeah.
And right now we're watching round 3, and he is currently 0-3. So he hasn't won a match yet, and it's just the way that the metagame changes. You can't. It's unpredictability. It's variance.
Yep.
You can't always win forever.
Nope. And that's part of the fun of
And
this game, too.
well, this game is fun, and it's not about winning.
No.
It's not. For me, it's different. It's about a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But for me, it's about building decks. That's my favorite thing to do. What's your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing is probably seeing a little bit of nerd rage or a little bit of nerd cry. When you have the nuts and they're like, "Oh, I can't do anything."
Sounds to me like your favorite thing is winning.
No. No, it's not even just in the winning part though. Too, it's like attacking for 10, and they're like, "Oh, I have to take 10."
Yeah,
It's just so much fun because you're like,
last turn you had 2 power on the board, and now you have 10.
I love the cards. I love the interaction. I love the mind games that you have to play with the other opponent and yourself.
Yeah.
At this level, and not that FNM's a GP level or anything like that, but there's still good players
It's competitive.
there. Yeah.
Okay, I want to see what he names with his slaughter games.
Okay.
What's he gonna name?
Back to the action. What is he gonna name? Would you name Graveyard Hate or doesn't matter?
I don't know. I wouldn't put slaughter games in against a deck like this. I don't know. His biggest threat is probably Thrag Tusk and Huntmaster.
Sure.
He might be able to play around the other cards.
Sure.
So I guess I would name probably Huntmaster.
What does Nils say? Huntmaster.
Really? Okay.
Well,
at least he got some use out of it. That was probably the best card that he could name.
Well, I mean, he was getting beat in two games in a row by Huntmaster. Right?
He has an Aurelia War Leader in his hand.
That's pretty awesome.
I haven't actually ever seen her play before. I want her to win this game real bad. You know what you can do? Aurelia and Boros Charmer.
Oh, God.
That's 20 damage.
Is she blinkable with Resto Angel? Like at the end of your turn, can you blink her again and have her enter the battlefield?
Well,
no, or not.
You wouldn't want to do that at the end of your turn. Besides that, it happens every time she...
Oh, he's got a second copy too. Sick!
It happens every time she deals combat damage, so... It doesn't have anything to do with the angel. Or enter the battlefield. It's not a 1/8/7.
Sure.
Oh,
okay.
His Huntmasters are gone.
But that made a lot of sense that David was ramping so hard early just to have mana for Fury. Or, the War Leader. Yeah.
What does she cost? 7? I think
6 or 7.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3 a red and 2 white.
I think it's 6, dude, honestly.
Or 6, that's what I meant to say. 3 a red and 2 white. That's 6.
Yeah, it is 6.
She's a 5/5 flyer. Right?
She's 3/4 flyer.
3/4 flyer.
Vigilance Haste. And then the extra attack phase.
There is a rest in peace. Oh, I thought Nils was going to scoop his cards up.
I would have short video.
No, I would not. I would not scoop at this point.
No, he's got plenty of outs, yeah.
Tons.
There's nothing in his graveyard. I mean, he can hit whatever he brought in for the graveyard hate. Nice.
There's Aurelia.
What up? That looked like a judge doing something fun, but whatever.
He was making sure that he had the appropriate land to cast it.
Because it is 2 red, 2 white, and 2 colorless, correct?
It's 2 white, a red, and a colorless. So he has 3 colorless. Sorry, he has 2 white, a red, and 3 colorless. So it was a good play. So that knocks him down to 10.
Oh, he's got Fiend Huntered.
Fiend Hunter is a suitable answer. It gets kind of awkward when you're trying to block with it, but if you're on the offense, Fiend Hunter is really good. So he has a Searing Spear. So I think here we just Searing Spear the Fiend Hunter and win.
Aurelia back. What up?
And win. Oh, I'm sorry, he gained 3 life. Oh, he has Wolf Run for 3.
Absolutely, he does.
This game should be over.
Oh,
it's not over. I'm confused. Oh, you said 3-4 flyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but she's 5'5". Yeah, definitely.
So he took 6 and then 12 and then 3. There's a concession. So that was pretty cut and dry. Nils didn't draw anything of any relevance. He had 1 Cathedral Sanctifier, and that was pretty much it that he played. So,
hey, at least we got to see some cool decks. That Naya Midrange is really good.
I am really excited about this Naya Midrange deck. It is on the up and up.
I'm very happy that War Leader found a home.
I am very happy that she is being played. She is a really awesome card.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of Fireman Angel, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Fireman Angel. The original Fireman Angel.
Not the knockoff one.
Not the knockoff one that's terrible. The real Fireman Angel.
All right, guys.
He put in Rest in Peace and Ground Seal and Grafdigger's Cage. Not what I thought. And Nils put in Slaughter Games. Wah, wah.
And Naturalize, okay. Yeah, I think Ray of Revelation would have served him much, much better.
Yeah, I do think that if you're going to play this deck in the future, you should play Ray of Revelation, not Naturalize.
So if you're watching Nils, switch up your sideboard, buddy.
He said he was going to play a different deck this week. All right, so next week we're going to be joined by Lars. And he's been playing blue, white, red, mid-range, control, whatever you want to call it, for quite a few weeks now. I think that's probably what he's going to be playing, but maybe he'll be playing something different.
We'll just have to see.
We'll see what happens. And then, I'm so excited to tell you that in 2 weeks, Lonnie from Nebraska will be joining us with his
favorite Lonnie.
He's driving all the way here from Nebraska just so that he can be under the camera. And he's going to be piloting a stuffy doll deck.
Ooh.
So we are pretty excited to see what happens.
Oh my god. That's going to be hilarious, dude.
Yes, we are going to keep you on the seat of your pants.
I hope I don't have to play him.
Until then. I'm Blake.
And I'm Biggs.
And thanks for joining us.